Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to thread the Singer Starlet, otherwise known as the Singer 354, or if you're in America, the Singer Genie. So the first thing we need to do is wind our bobbin. So before we add our thread and our bobbin to wind it on the top of this machine, we need to disengage the needle bar so the needle isn't going up and down whilst we're winding the bobbin. And on this machine, it's actually really simple to do. So to disengage the needle bar, we literally just have to press on this is the hand wheel, and on the back of the hand wheel, you'll see there's like a little button. And we just press that there, and then this piece will move to one side, and now we're ready to get our bobbin set up for winding. So in order to get everything set up for winding, the first thing we have to do is put our thread on our thread spool. Normally there'd be a piece of felt on the bottom of there. I haven't got any spare pieces of felt at the moment, to be honest. And then we take our thread and we bring it over to this round piece here, and we loop it round and then back towards where our bobbin winding mechanism is. Now the next bit's a little bit fiddly, but ideally what you want to do is place the end of the thread through one of the holes that is on your bobbin, like so. And then we carefully place our bobbin on our bobbin winding mechanism and we push it forwards. Now all we need to do is put our foot on the foot pedal and it should wind our bobbin. So with our bobbin wound, we just cut this piece of thread here. Snips are getting a bit blunt. We pull our bobbin spool off the top. Now I'm going to set to, and I'm going to thread our needle. If you're really lucky, you may still have this sticker attached to the cover that goes over the machine to help you thread your needle. It doesn't have any guidance on how to thread the bobbin, but it's very easy to get a manual downloaded off online. I mean, if you just do a Google search on the Singer 354 or the Singer Starlet or the Singer Genie, it comes up straight away. So as we've already got our spool of thread on our spool holder, we then bring our thread across, hook it through the little metal thread guide here, down and underneath this small metal bar, you see just there, and then we bring it round the other side. As you can see a bit closer, I've brought the thread down the back side of this metal bar. We bring it round and it will just hook in at the back of here, like so. Can you see? And then we bring it up, hang on, and over the top of the tension discs. Make sure it goes down between the tension discs. Press this little spring down until your thread then hooks onto this metal piece here, and then your spring will come back up. And can you see how it's now hooked into there? Let me see if I can get a close-up view for you. So can you see the thread has come down? There's this little metal hook here. You hook it behind the hook so it sits in this groove, and then the spring will come up and the thread will go over the spring like so. Yeah, can you see? So next we need to bring our thread down and under this hook here, and we need to pull it up and put it through our needle bar. So this is where our needle bar is. We're just going to put the thread through that tiny little hole there, like so. And that's the first part of the machine done. Now we need to do the needle area. So now it's time to thread the needle. As you can see, there's a needle guide here. So we bring our thread down and hook it into that needle guide. There's another one on this bar here, just above the needle. So again, we just hook our thread through there. So it now sits down the front of the needle. Now this machine threads from front to back. I'm going to use my trusty little needle threader. Hang on a minute, I can't really see what I'm doing very well. Get my needle threader, hook the thread underneath and pull it through my needle. And that is your top thread done. So now we need to do the bobbin. So the Singer Starlet takes a top load bobbin. So you take your bobbin and you make sure your thread is running off to the right hand side. We carefully place the bobbin into the bobbin area. And there's a groove here and there's a groove here. It's quite hard to see. I think you can just about make out on video. So we bring our thread round, we slot it into this groove here. We bring our thread round, and then as we reach this other groove towards this side, we pull our thread towards the back of the machine like so, and then we close our bobbin case door. Okay, once we've done that step, we're going to take the hand wheel on the machine. We're going to move it down and then up again, and it should grab the bobbin. So yeah, let's grab the bobbin thread, and can you see there's a little loop pops up here? Yeah, and we just need to pull that through, and then that's your bottom bobbin in place as well. And that's how we thread the Singer Starlet. Very easy, very simple to do. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Subscribe. 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 Subscribe.